going to show you the cards I got at the card swap when I went to the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo in Schaumburg, Illinois. So I went to the 5:30 card swap on Friday, and for that one you were supposed to make 31 cards. Now I heard complaints that in the past some of these card swaps were not very organized, but it was done very organized and you got one of each card. So when you first got to the room, they checked to see if you had your 31 cards, and then they collected those, and then you went in the room and selected your seat. And then at your seat you had this card that gave you all the directions of how it was going to take place. And then on the back they had I think 6 tickets. And so after we talked and read this and had our snack, they passed out one of each card to each person. And then in the back they hung up all the cards on a board, and then it had a little envelope by each card. And after we had time to look at all the cards and we talked a little bit, then you could go and put your tickets. And here's what the tickets looked like. The directions were to save one ticket so you could use that for scrapbooking, or you could vote for all your tickets into one envelope, or you could put one in 5 different ones, however you wanted to vote. And then instead of actually counting the tickets, they weighed them to see which one was the most. So then we all sat down and people shared about how they make their cards while we waited for them to come up with the winners. So the purpose of this is just to show you what type of cards that I got at the card swap, so that maybe you would see if this is something you might want to do. And to show you there is quite a variety. There's some ones that are definitely beginner cards and some that are a little bit more elaborate. So it's for everybody. And it's kind of neat having a variety, because I always make similar cards. So if I send some of these out, they'll look a little different than the ones I make. Plus you'll get some different ideas. So I like how it was very well organized. So I'll go ahead and start showing you some of the cards in no particular order. Here's one. I thought this was really nice. It had some bees on it. And it looks like they have some brads. And then it's blank inside. So on this one, this is like their recipe. They did tell you to give a recipe of how you made the card, so if you wanted to make it. And it looks like this one, they said this is handmade from the heart. So you could include your name or the name of your company so that we know who made the card. And some people put them in a plastic cover. You weren't required to do so. So here's one. You could see that it came in a plastic cover. You also were not required to give an envelope, just a card. And this might give you some ideas of how you might do yours. And again, this one has a recipe, which is very nice. And I really like this card. I really like nautical themes. And I like how they didn't do a lot of detail work, a lot of pieces on this one. So it looks like it's more probably a stamp, maybe with the anchor, and then a lot of pattern papers. And then they did put a little thing inside. And then on the back it says, "Stamped with Love by Vicky." Very nice card, Vicky. Now, some of these don't have names, so I won't be able to give a shout out to whoever some of these are. Here's another one. You can see this looks like a beginning type one. So it says thanks. Looks like they just used decorative paper. And I don't know if they used a die cut or a cutting machine to cut out the thanks. Once again, this one has a little bit different technique. It says, "Time for a spectacular celebration," and they did some kind of splatters. I'm not very good at that. Looks like splatters, but it looks like splatters that were almost stamped, as far as it looks so perfect. Mine look like a mess. And then inside it goes along with it too. For your birthday, you deserve it. It's a very pretty card. And there's no name, so I'm not sure who made this, but it's a very nice card. And I like how they put a ribbon and then has glitter paper behind, so it's really sparkly. Here's another one. "You have my stamp of approval." Be good for all of those of us who are crafty people. And they actually layered it, so there must be some type of foam tape or something here. And haven't decided how this one opens. It looks like it goes this way. Oh, it was stuck. Okay. I think they must have accidentally put it on backwards, but it'll still work. Hey, we all make mistakes. Still very pretty. That looks like a mistake I would make. Here's another one. Looks like they mostly use decorative paper. And another plastic envelope. It looks like some type of bow that's special fabric. It says thank you, and then a blank. Now this one opens differently. Thank you cards are great because you always need those. And you'll have them then this way. You can have a variety. I like to keep all of them in a box and use dividers so I can find whatever type of card I need. Well, this one, I forget what she said she used to do this. Looks like a laser cutter though. Congrats, graduate. So you can see there's quite a variety. And this one doesn't have a name on it either. This one's really cute. It's the bees on it. You notice there was several here with bees. You and I were meant to be, and I don't have any stamps like this, so this is pretty cool. And it looks like they used some type of stencil probably with glitter, which is awesome for me because I don't work with glitter. It's too messy for me. It says, oh, and this one does have a name, so it's Mindy the Busy Bee. That's cute. Very nice card. Here's another one. It says for you, but inside it's very fancy. So it's a pop-up. Merry Christmas. And the glitter paper on the front. Now this one says hand stamped by Agatha. Stamping up. So probably a stamping up demonstrator. Here's another one. And now this person gave an envelope that coordinates with the paper. And this one looks like it's mostly cardstock that's been cut out. This is ribbon and some bling. So you don't have to be a stamper necessarily to do it. It looks like this was actually just paper she cut out. So you don't have to be a stamper. And that was actually Brad. So you can see there's a variety of techniques. There's another one. Season. Oh, I didn't notice if that had a name on it. Now, there wasn't a name on the previous one. Season's Greetings. Looks like maybe a die cut. I don't have a cutter of any kind. It might be maybe a Cricut cutter they use for that. Not sure. Here's another one. This looks like one of the booths that were diamond dots, I think. No, it's actually glitter that they did, but it has that look where it's layered. And I'll be showing you what we did at our make and take. So it's a layered one, but reminds me of something we made at the make and take, only not as many layers. So it's simple on the outside, but it's very shiny with the glitter. I really like this one. It's Happy Birthday. And it looks like it's kind of like a door in Charleston or something with the wreath that looks like an ocean. And then I don't know if you can tell, but this is actually, looks like they embossed it with brick and then did some type of ink on it. Looks like pink brick, really nice. And the door has a wood grain to it. Here's wishing you happiness and joy that never ends. So it could be a Christmas card, even though it's not traditional, but it says happy birthday on front. So this sounds like it could be a Christmas message, but happy birthday. Or maybe it could be really good for someone who has a birthday near Christmas, which I have several people that are like that. Now this one, it looks like they included a recipe, and they have, it says Stampin' Up! Products. Let's see if this one has a name on it. Oh, it does on the back. So this is made by, hand stamped by Judy Boggs, Stampin' Up. Happy birthday, with many wishes just for you. And this has several layers to it. And it looks like they hand colored this with marker. I really like this one. The lady who sat next to me made this one. I think her name was Bonnie. And these are the flip it dies that she made this with. I have a flip it die. Well, actually, I bought a flip it die for my mom. This is one I think I might want to get. And she even gave an envelope that she stamped. Thoughts of you flutter by on the breeze. And then it opens, and then there's the message inside. Thinking of you, hello. So this is mostly made with pattern paper. It looks like she might have used distress ink. Oh, I got the name wrong. It's Hello DMH. But the person who made this sat right next to me. And I think this is one of the cards I voted on. I love butterflies. Which is a good thing because I work at the St. Louis Zoo and I oftentimes stay in the butterfly house. I have to monitor the butterfly house sometimes. And you would never be surprised how many people are terrified of butterflies. I never realized it till I worked in the butterfly dome. We have several people a day that are just terrified of butterflies. My mom is a butterfly and bird fanatic, so if I don't have anyone to mail some of these cards to, I know for sure who I'm giving them to. And another butterfly. This one, it says it's been Felicia Vickery. She's from Illinois. So this one's layered. It looks like she colored the butterfly, stamped and colored the butterfly, and then layered paper. Very nice. I like how the colors coordinate. This one I really liked also. It has a different type of paper. I think maybe it's watercolor paper. It's a texture to it. And it looks like they stamped it, and this is washi tape. And I'm not sure. This might be stamped on there. I'm not really sure. I really like how it looks. That's one of my favorite colors too. This one doesn't say who made it. I really like that one. And I'm just starting to use washi tape. I really don't always know what to do with it. So I like seeing ideas like that. Here's another one. I like this one. I think she had several different colors that as they passed them down the aisle, there was a couple different colors. And I picked this one because I love turquoise. I don't know why. My birthstone's aquamarine, so maybe that's it, but I don't know. But I love turquoise or blue-green colors. Happy birthday, flowers. Hugs and kisses and lots of birthday wishes. So this one says happy mail. So she stamped her envelope also. This one's a little different. This one's embossed. I do have a few embossing folders, but I don't think I've used them much yet. So that's a technique I really need to work on. This one I'm having trouble getting open, but you can see it says has balloons cut out of paper, and then it's raised up, happy birthday, and then they have embossed happy birthday in the background on white, so it's white background. And this one says handmade in Indiana, D. Fraser. This one's really pretty. And here's a masculine card, very masculine. I think this might be the only one that was really masculine, so that's kind of cool that way. And also this one I think opens differently, yeah. So birthday greetings. It has a different look to it. And it's actually not textured, the brick isn't textured, that just must be pattern paper. But the deer and the tree branches on here are embossed. And it looks like, I think these are just bling, but they kind of look like nails. Or like they might be brads. I'm not sure if they are. Well, I'm not sure they are, but that's pretty cool. It looks like a nail anyway. Here's another one. This one's different. It's, again, butterflies. I think butterflies are the end thing. Of course, I went in August, so people are probably still doing spring and summer type things. This gives me a whole nother idea. These looks like they just used die cuts on this one. And it's a textured paper. I really like this paper. But it looks like they die cut metal. I think it's probably soda cans, which I've started trying to do that, but haven't thought about putting them on cards. I think that's what it is. It's definitely aluminum. And then it looks like this is die cut out of paper. And then some gems. So a very unique card. And once again, it's butterflies. Except for those few people that are terrified of butterflies. I think everybody likes butterflies. And then this one's a little different too. Looks like they layered paper and then they put some bling. It looks like pearls across. I'm not much into these plastic envelopes. Very good for protecting. I'm very good about opening them. And I actually don't like using the envelopes because I'm trying to be very environmentally friendly, so I don't really buy them. However, since a lot of my stamps and dies come with the plastic, if I take them out for storage, then I do save them to put cards and things in. Reusing. So it looks like, and I forget what they call this, but there's you can add texture to your paper. It looks kind of like cardboard. My sister has one of these things, a corrugator. Looks like maybe they use that. That's really cool. And this, I think it might be a wood piece. Anyway, it's a piece of, I think it's wood. It looks like a pearl. I mean, not real, but it looks like in a travel theme. But it's black inside, so you can put whatever you want. And this one didn't have a name on it either. Here's another one that looks like it could be embossed, or it might be just special pattern paper. I'm not sure. And then it has a ribbon across, and I like it has layers, which even though it's a simple front, the different layers really make it stand out. And like the bow, it all goes together very well, and the little butterfly. Now this person put theirs in a Ziploc bag, so there's another option. But you really don't have to put them in anything. It looks like they did something similar to that last card. They have a background that looks either embossed or maybe it's a paper that comes with these little dots. I'm not sure. But it has little green dots. Happy Summer. This could probably be for a boy or a girl. And then add a little touch to it. It matches the front. So I used different papers, and then it looks like they colored and used probably distress ink on the front and stamped the Happy Summer. Very nice. And that one doesn't say who made it. And then for the last cards, these are the ones, so after we voted and they weighed the ones to see who got the most votes, they had the winner, and then there were the 3 honorable mentions. So I believe this was one of the honorable mentions. It's with Deepest Sympathy. So this could be, so I think the thing this was different about this one is they had vellum here they stamped on, and then they put it over a card that they did some type of rainbow ink on it. I haven't really done too much of this. I'm not quite sure. It feels kind of chalky, so it feels like watercolor paper, and I'm not sure what kind of ink they used on that. And the little paw prints. And sorry for your loss. So this would be really good for someone maybe who lost a pet. And I believe that's the person who made this card. I think that's what she said. That's what inspired her to make this, because someone had lost a pet. And you just don't really see too many pet sympathy cards. And I believe this was the other honorable mention. Take time to wind down. And it looks like she colored these in. So I'm not sure if she cut these bottles, wine bottles out, or they came and she colored it. It looks like she colored it. And then the rest is detailed leaves and grapes. And then it looks like they have some paper here that's like a wood grain paper. Whether she made that or not, it looks like that she used distress ink on it. And then inside, then there's a message. And it's also not plain white paper, kind of a speckled paper. It reminds me of Stampin' Up! Paper. Anniversary wishes. An anniversary is a time to celebrate the joys of today, the memories of yesterday, and the hopes of tomorrow. So, very nice sentiment. And that was one of the honorable mentions. And then this is my card, and I did make a video on how I made it. So this one was layering the paper and die cutting the window to make a shaker card. It has cake sprinkles in it. If you want to see how to make it, I did make a video on it. And I don't know if you could tell in this video, but yes, I did have trouble with the black embossing powder getting speckled everywhere. So that I did not give this one away. This is the ones that got speckled the most. And so then I had a strawberry cake recipe. And then it goes together with washi tape so you can take your cake sprinkles out. And then for the honorable mention, then you get a ribbon. And then I can't remember for sure what I got. I think this is the prize I got for that. So that one is denim pad, blue. I'm not sure if this isn't usually colors I use, but this would be very good for masculine. And actually then, I'll show you the other thing I got. After I show you the card that won. So this was the card that won. And then she got a prize. I don't know what she got actually, but she got a prize of some kind. It was larger than the ones the honorable mention people got. There are people doing giveaways all week, so I don't really remember even where all my stuff came from. So this is her card that she made that won. And obviously she colored an image with roses. I'm not sure. It looks like she watercolored it maybe. Stamped and watercolored. Then it looks like she die cut the words live and then popped it out. Yeah, it looks like phone tape. And then she put 3 pearl up there and some glitter. And then she did the inside also. Every day might not be good, but there is something good in every day. And then she also stamped the mark. If it was a Hallmark, it wouldn't look this good. I didn't notice that before. And this is Pat Meyer. M-A-I-E-R. I think that's Meyer. Hand stamped by Pat Meyer. Stampin' Up. A lot of Stampin' Up people. My sister used to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator. That was quite a long time ago. And then included a recipe. Card ingredients. And then I'll show you the other things I think I got at the card swap. It fell off my pile of all my stuff I bought. So you got this bag. And then I believe this is what we got for being there. I'm not sure. It might have come with the prize that I got. I'm not sure. So, Stamp Anything. Looks like a little girl with a bee. And then we got these blings. And I don't know if I got this all together. I think I just got this for the honorable mention, and these I think were something everybody got. I'm not sure. Anyway, it has black with gold, and I thought that would be a nice card to combine these together. So maybe in a future video I'll do that. And then everybody got this. You got, when you left the card swap, outside on the table, they had it set up like a sundae, and each person got to get one of these bottles, and then you filled it up with the bling, and they had, looked like all the bling was sundae toppings, so then you can scoop in your toppings and get whatever colors you wanted. So I just took some different ones that I like, or I thought some of the people I make cards for are like. This everyone got for free. And that was the card swap. So I recommend that you try a card swap sometime, whether you're going to the expo or there's some other type of card swap in your area. It was a lot of fun.